Today I'd like to take a casual peek into the DC Universe Young Justice Robin action figure set by Mattel. This set is part of the first wave of the Young Justice 6-inch scale action figure sets and was first released in 2011. I got this set in 2011 through a website called entertainmentearth.com, and I'll post a link to the site in the description down below. And I ended up paying about $22 for this set. Taking a look at the figure in the package, you can see the Young Justice version of Robin here. And it's a highly articulated figure. And also comes with quite a few accessories. It includes 7 accessories and a diorama base, which looks like a rooftop. And that's pretty cool. You can see all the accessories here, one in Robin's hand here, and one here in the corner, which is hard to notice. That's pretty cool. Now, taking a look at the back of the package, we have here an artist rendition of the Young Justice Robin character, and we have a description here of Dick Grayson, who is Robin in this series. And down below we have other 6-inch scale sets. Of course, we have Robin here, Artemis, and Aqualad. And over here on the right, we have 2 packs from the 4-inch scale line. We have Batman and Robin, Aquaman and Aqualad, Raj Al Ghul and Cheshire, and the Flash and Kid Flash. Now, we'll be right back and have this Robin set out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Robin and all of his accessories out of the package. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the accessories first, because there's quite a few. And we'll get started with the display base here. And it's a pretty cool display base. It's a portion of a rooftop, and you can see all the neat detail on here, and you can see the brickwork here and the ledge, and some ornamental pieces here, especially at the corner here with this gargoyle. Very, very cool, and you can use this for lots of sorts of displays, and it's pretty neat. And there are other rooftop displays. Let me just get this one here. I have one here from the Red Arrow set. They don't connect, but you can line them up pretty well. As you can see, the grade on here is a little bit different on the weathering detail here, but it lines up fairly well, either on that end, or you can line it up, like this right here, and they line up fairly well. So it's actually pretty cool. So you can actually have a rooftop scene here, and it's very, very neat. And this particular display base here, like I said, has the gargoyle, and this gargoyle is made of a hard plastic except for the wings. The wings are made of a softer plastic, so that's kind of cool. And also on this display base, there are various pegs throughout. One here, one there, and one down here to place your figure on. So if you want to have your figure leaping off the ledge, you can stick the foot of the figure on there. So it's really quite cool, and this is one of the reasons why I'm a fan of the Young Justice sets. They come with these nice display bases. The sets do cost about $20, a little over $20. If on sale, you can get it for less than $20, but I think it's well worth it, not just for the figure, but for the accessories, the diorama display base. It's just really, really neat. But this is the display base that comes with the Robin set. Very, very cool to have. Now, taking a look at some of the other accessories that come with the figure, we have here the bow staff. You can see it's simple plastic. It's got some grooves in it, slightly bent from the packaging. And the Robin figure does hold it fairly well, if not a little loose on here, but it's still pretty secure. on there, and it'll be more secure in both hands, but it's pretty secure with just one hand there. Pretty neat. Next thing we have are the batarangs here, which is pretty cool. I think they're better than the ones that come with the DC Universe Classics figures. I think it's made of a harder plastic on here, and it's a little bit bigger, I believe. And you can see the Robin figure does hold it, although it's a little loose, like the bow staff. But from the thicker part of the Batarang, the Robin figure can hold it quite well. So that's pretty neat, and he does come with two of them, so pretty neat. Next thing we have are the explosive, I don't know if you want to call them batarangs, but on the show these things just tend to explode. I don't think I've seen them do anything else, but explosive charges are discs, flying discs you could say. They're pretty neat, and they're colored yellow, or gold really, more of a metallic yellow. And the figure does not hold it very well unless you have the groove in between the thumb and the finger. But you could see, that's holds it fairly well there, but a lot of the times they would just slip out of his fingers like that. So I guess you have to have it in a certain position in the thumb and the forefinger there to get it to stay in place. And it looks like Robin has it good grip on there on this one, so that's kind of cool. And then we have this device here, which I'm not familiar with. I haven't seen all of the episodes yet, so I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a grappling gun, maybe. I'm not sure. But the figure holds that one fairly well, if not in an odd position on there. And this is just made of a simple plastic, unpainted plastic there. And the last accessory is the coolest one, I think. It's his virtual computer, or wrist computer on there. And this is made of a translucent bluish green plastic. And it's really cool. And you place this on the forearm of Robin here. And like on the show, he can access different computer systems and whatnot, and it's actually pretty neat, and it just clips on very well. And you can see the view screen there, and the imprint of a keyboard right here. It's very, very neat, and I'm glad they included this with the figure. It's just a pretty neat addition, because the Robin figure or character on the show actually uses this quite often, so pretty neat. Now on to the Robin figure, and I really like the figure. I think it's pretty neat. It does represent Robin from the Young Justice show pretty well, actually, and of course it's because of the head sculpt here. And let me just turn down the ISO a little bit and get some more details on that. And you can see the head sculpt does represent the character from the show very, very well. It's got that animated styling to the head, and you can see the costume here does represent Robin from the show as well. And you can see the cape here. Now this is where one issue where it seems like a lot of folks have an issue with is because of his cape and his collar piece. A lot of folks I've seen videos of Robin are actually complain about how the cape and the collar piece tend to ride up on the figure's neck, so it looks like the figure has no neck. And that's the same case here. It's actually, the cape is pegged in the back here, right there. And the shoulder portion of the cape is actually loose on there. Let me just move the head around. You can see it's actually loose, and you can see the parts of the red costume where it meets the neck on there. Yeah, so it does tend to ride up a little bit, and it does give the appearance of Robin having no neck or a slouched position. But if you actually push that down very close to the torso there, it does look a bit better on there. So what I plan to do is actually glue that down. Really just pull it down and then glue it into place. So the neck, you can see, is more visible on there, and it looks a little bit better on the figure. Yeah, so that's what I plan to do with that. Now, another issue some folks have are the biceps here. They are a little larger, but they don't really bother me too much because they're a little flat from this view, so it doesn't look too bad unless you see the bicep of the head on, and he has a little bit a larger bicep there, but most of the time it's rather flat and thin, much like the character on the show. So, but it's pretty cool. You can see the details on this figure is actually pretty neat. It's very clean, nice paint application. You can see the torso here with the Robin logo there, and the buttons here. It's actually pretty neat, and really cool belt, utility belt, and you can see all those pouches. And what's really cool is you can see this pouch in the back. It's very, very neat. And you have the cape that covers it, which is made of a very soft, pliable plastic, which is nice. Although it doesn't tend to stay down on mine, it tends to fly outwards on there. Would have been neater if it was flat against the figure, but that's okay. That's a minor inconvenience there. Continuing on with the rest of the figure, you can see some of the side paint work here from the red that represents Robin in the show. The paint of red here is a little thin, so you could see some of the black from underneath on there. So it would have been nice if the coat of paint of red here was a little thicker, but that's okay. It's not that bad. It's just it doesn't really match with the torso here. It's just a little bit darker than this red here. And continuing on, we have the boots that Robin wears, and mine is actually bent inwards. Hopefully that's not common with most Robin figures, but I plan to straighten that out later on. So, but still, with all these minor issues, it's still a great figure. It represents Robin very well, and I'm really happy to have this because I'm a really big fan of the Young Justice show and the 6-inch figures. Now, continuing with the articulation, the head does go all the way around, and it does go up and down a bit on there. The arms do go all the way around, even with the cape, and they do go out and in, and the arms go all the way around at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotate at the wrist. You can see some more detail work at the glove, so that's really cool. The torso on this particular figure goes down a little bit, up and back, and it also does go all the way around at the waist, although it takes a little bit of work because of the rubbing of the plastic at the waist. The legs do go up, down, and slightly to the back, not too much, and out to the side. The legs go all the way around at the thigh, and they bend at the knee, and they bend at the ankle as well. So it's pretty much standard DC Universe articulation for this figure, which is pretty decent. And like I said, all around great Robin figure to have, especially if you're a fan of the show, despite the minor issues with the figure. It just really, to have a great figure, especially a great base, and all of these accessories, I think it's actually well worth the price for the set. This is my casual peek into the DC Universe Young Justice Robin action figure set. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.